Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fire Emblem Grah!
What the?
Oh wow, the whole team's here.
Is that you?
That form. Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing?
Yeah, okay. Oh, more tutorials. Alright, HP reserves.
Evil power has caused them to grow quite large. You cannot win unless you fell them twice, or even thrice.
Alright, yeah, so he's got multiple health bars.
Even if you
Standard
corner
for a boss
one,
monster.
you cannot let your guard down. Those things are even worse when threatened. Can you see that barrier? It is surrounded by great power. You must break through to fight that thing.
So it's got shields.
A strong attack or gambit might help to break through more quickly. If you can break the barrier, that power will have nowhere else to go, and that will likely cause confusion for that thing. It cannot counter while confused, which means that is it.
Yeah, sounds it.
If you break down all of their barriers, not only will they be confused, they will, without the power flowing around them, they will not be able to restore their barriers. You might even be able to get something from them. They have such might that they will not fear you alone. But a battalion, attack them with a gambit to draw their attention and force them. Be on your guard when they have realized their full power. The damage caused at times like that is not contained to just one spot.
Okay.
Once they have charged some power up, their barriers will be restored. You really distract them with a gambit, or just take them down before they can attack. But you should be conquering that thing instead of talking to me. If you're out of question.
I like that. That's a nice little...
Such is the fate of one whose life is corrupted by a crest stone. How pitiable. The least we can do is pray.
Whew. Right. And he's going for the ally. Alright then. No one is able to get in there and attack him yet. I think I was going to the whole effort of getting people up in front and centre. You can do it, guys!
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot about... Sorry, Ferdinand. Oh, well, you're on a horseback, you don't need to worry about that. Is it an armoured unit? Yeah, go for it. Same to you, buddy. Oh, I love that Casper keeps on dodging all these attacks. Beautiful. What is this, Dark Souls dodging out of the way? It's fine, I can handle that. Oh, I like it. Alright, there's the first one down. We need to check to see what his thing is. Magic Bind. The unit lands a hit, target player is unable to use magic for 1 turn. Shouldn't matter because all the magic we'll be using will be killing him this turn. Oh, I can hit her back. Ah, that's worrisome. Maybe that's not what I want to do then. Yeah, let's risk it. Oh! Count, crit, even. And another, and another, and another. Come on, Dorothy, you finish him off. Oh, you beauty. Literally a beauty, and metaphorically a beauty. Right, we need to deal with this stat. Another crit! Oh yes! These guys know how to put up the stops when we need to. Ooh. Can Petra get the last... Oh, she can't. Shame. Maybe she can. Time to put your hunting prowess to the test. Nice. Whew.
Goddess, the beast is gone, yet Miquelon and the lance remain.
It is done. Let's retrieve the lance and depart at once.
I was betting that the crest stone or whatever that thing is inside it has disappeared with the beast.
Miquelon, my brother.
Yeah, I mean, she's generally always brilliant, so... Woo! Well, that was an intense ending to that battle. Alright, let's see what the aftermath is.
That man, his form was changed. It was as though that lance was swallowing him whole. Upon that sight, it makes sense that your students were upset. I wonder if those relics truly hide such power.
Which is why I've put the Sword of the Creator in storage. I legitimately have stored it in the...
But even still, that power seems familiar. That
storage
form as
area.
well. As one who wields the Sword of the Creator, does that mean you possess that power too?
Are we going Attack on Titan?
Professor, you have returned. The goddess is indeed generous with her divine protection.
No, I'm just a badass.
I have already heard Gilbert's report about what happened. See to it that you keep what transpired at the tower to yourself.
Oh, really? Wouldn't want that sort of information getting out, would you?
People would lose faith in the nobles should rumors spread of one using a relic and transforming into a monster. All regions of Fodland would fall into chaos. We must avoid that at all costs.
Also benefits you, it also benefits peace with the people.
Please ensure the students who accompanied you understand that as well. Have I made myself clear?
Yeah, we can't promise people like Caspar will be so understanding.
His transformation into a black beast was nothing short of divine punishment from the goddess.
More like that spear was pissed off with him.
Punishment for someone arrogant and foolish enough to use a hero's relic even though they were unworthy and unqualified.
Ooh, someone's getting angry.
Of course. That is why we rushed to recover it. Sadly, we did not arrive in time. The church will formally return the lance to House Gautier. You have my gratitude. I can see that I was right to trust you with this. Please report back. I will tell you of your new mission for the coming moon at that time.
So now we know these relics. I wonder if I have to fight
I
Catherine at some
assume
point.
the Archbishop was pleased with your
Thunderbane, whatever it's
performance.
called.
Did you return the Lance of Ruin?
Nah.
There's no need to lie, Professor.
Oh.
No one could have expected you to disobey the Archbishop.
No, seriously, I
Keep
kept it
thinking
under my
about
bed.
what Gilbert told us. Yes, Miklon was discarded by his family because he was born without a crest. Eventually, he became a masterful thief and gathered enough ruffians to capture a fortress.
What would that sort of mind have done if he was actually a noble? He clearly was motivated and had the wherewithal to, you know, bring people together and form a band of people. I mean, form a band of people? You know what I mean. He was clearly authoritative. If his family had not been so prideful and discarded him just because he didn't have the birthmark or whatever it is, perhaps he could have served his family very, very well.
Right or wrong, he was a gifted leader. He could have been a great asset to Fodlan. What a waste!
But because of his family pride.
It's true that a crest can increase your magical abilities and allow you to wield the full might of a hero's relic. But one cannot measure a leader's worth based solely on whether or not they bear a crest. There are plenty of talented people in this world without one. People believe crests are blessings from the goddess, that they're necessary to maintain order in Fodlan.
More mind-washing from the church is what I'm hearing.
But the people are wrong. Crests are to blame for this brutal, irrational world we live in. Their power is granted only to a select few, whom we elevate and allow to rule the world. Have you ever wondered if the only way to create a truly free world is to dispense with the goddess and the crests? Do that, and people will have no choice but to rise and fall by their own merits.
Lady Edelgard, I question whether you revealed too much to the Professor.
Perhaps I did.
It is true that our teacher possesses a rare talent. Even I cannot deny it. The ability to wield the sword of the Creator is concerning.
I've already explained this to you. My power alone is insufficient. That's why I'm borrowing power from those people. If our teacher can wield it in my stead, I believe that would be for the best.
It's a risk. A dangerous one. You leave me no choice but to take matters into my own hands. Please excuse me.
I can't hide from the truth. I can't do all that I must on my own. If all I can rely on is my own ambition, my path won't be easy. Is it so risky to reach out my hand? Father, I swear I will not stop until I succeed.
I remember her father is the dude that spelled? Like, so like, Xion, or something with an X and an I in it.
My regret, my grief, my whole life. I've thrown it all away into the darkness.
Professor, you have done well to complete such a difficult task. You have shown exceptional skill in leading your students. I am forever grateful for the safe return of the hero's relic. Just as I expected, you have mastered the sword of the Creator.
If you say so.
Now then,
I've
I
mastered
shall tell
keeping
you
it in a
about your
lockbox.
mission for the coming month.
Archbishop,
Ooh,
Seteth, what troubles you?
it's a trap.
Flayn is missing. I cannot find her anywhere. Professor, have you seen Flayn recently?
There's no point to be.
I have searched everywhere. Where could she be? She may be in danger. Oh no, 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 what am I to do?
Calm yourself, Seteth. Professor, we shall continue our discussion another time.
Oh, I didn't even get a chance to read that. Adjacent to one another, they will be able to use trade command swap items. Well, yeah, it's kind of useless. Just make sure you've got the right item set up at the beginning of the game.
Part 1. White Clouds. Horsebow Moon. Rumors of a Reaper.
Ah, the man on the horse's back.
As cold air begins to creep in from the north of Fargus, Fodlan welcomes the riches of fall. The women spend their days reaping the golden fields, gratefully embracing the bounty the goddess has once again provided. The men venture into the wilds with horse bows and empty sacks ready to be filled with game.
Not nearly as expositional. I don't know if it's just the style of the game or the artistic choices, but the fact that Rhea, Flayn, and Seteth all look very similar kind of speaks to me that maybe they are related somehow? I don't know. Maybe Rhea has stolen away Flayn. Who knows? There we got some monies. It's payday.
As I believe you are already aware, Seteth's younger sister Flayn has gone missing.
Been like a whole week, jeez.
At present, all we know for certain is that she has not left Garreg Mach.
How can you know that?
Flayn is not the type of person to just wander off on her own without telling me where she is going. We have searched the monastery thoroughly, but have found nothing. I am now mobilizing the knights to begin searching the town. Troubling rumors have been running rampant lately. I do not wish to consider the worst, but...
There are rumors of someone prowling the streets and attacking innocents night after night. The Knights have investigated the matter. They have not discovered any remains, nor have they found any concrete evidence.
The people are panicked. They all insist someone called the Death Knight is coming to claim their souls with his blade.
Dude who fought in the Undercroft?
There is no way she could have escaped unscathed if she were captured by such a fiend. Where is she?
Seteth, recall that impatience begets error. Please do your best to calm yourself. I think of your sister as family as well. You know that. You have my support. We will devote ourselves fully, mind, body, and soul, to recovering her. Professor, your mission for this month is to help find Flayn. The Knights have the town covered, so I ask that you focus your efforts on searching the monastery again. We do not have time to waste.
So what we should do is have 4 days of
Flayn has
rest.
gone missing? Most unsettling.
It doesn't seem likely that she's simply gotten lost. I'll help in any way that I can.
So, our mission this month is to find her? Well then, let us hurry and locate her before anyone else.
This isn't a competition, Ferdy.
I hope Flayn is okay. What would happen if... Just what would we do if...
You can't think like that, Byrne. Sedith would have a heart attack if he heard you.
I've heard that she has a crest, but I suppose for this moment that is irrelevant.
Maybe it's not.
We'll start by gathering information. Someone must have seen Flayn recently.
Right. If we work together, I'm certain we'll find her.
Ooh, what's that? Petra, yay!
You have my thanks.
I think she's from... Was it Southern Ireland she's from?
I have gratitude. It's needing sweetness.
Sorry.
What?
The existence of crest, guessing someone's age, a strange fish in the pond.
Inspirational.
Yay! She's inquisitive of the area surrounding her, the new environs and all that.
What? Perfect temperature.
Yes.
Let's see if I'm not screw this one up.
Yes.
Seems like something she likes talking about.
Inspirational.
Yeah!
If you are having problems, I am happy to be listening.
3 options, one will be sip tea.
I am in agreement.
Yay! Oh yeah, this...
I have disbelief. How is this? Do you have curiosity about my mark? Inspirational. What? Professor. What? Professor. I am in agreement.
What is this?
This style of braiding has been passed down through my family.
This is where the simulator, the dating simulator, really truly comes into its own.
Do you have curiosity about my mark?
Yes, you know I do.
This style of braiding...
Alright.
Delicious. Yes,
I have a flower.
you have my thanks. I will be waiting happily for you to be invited.
Happy birthday, Petra. Now let's go find Flayn. Ooh, tense music. First and foremost, rare monster sighting. It's good to know that in a week's time there will be a rare monster sighting. First and foremost, Petra can now become a thing. I don't necessarily want her to be an archer. Thief, maybe? Like, what are some of the more advanced jobs? Assassin. Assassin would definitely be the sort of thing she's going for. And she's it's already almost available to do that. So, based on bow, if we want to focus on sword a bit, then we should probably go for... No, wrong thing. Was it the mercenary? Said speed and dexterity will be a nice addition. Oh, let's go thief.
I have success.
I love how the fact that she's now a thief means that her clothes have to be slightly ripped or frayed, so it makes her look like she's just some sort of vagabond, because, you know, thieves can't be well dressed and well kept. No, I'm just going to stay as the monk that I am. Right, Surface, do you know anything?
Just one small girl who's gone astray has caused all this. We cannot let this stand. Now ask around to see what information you can find.
Yes.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
Catherine, you got any
Did
news?
you hear about Flayn? Some of the lower-ranked knights are searching for her in the town. If they find anything, I'll know.
Intermediate Axe Tournament. Alright. Do a Casper Edelgard. Casper. Go on, mate. Yeah, just because he takes so little damage.
What a jump.
And for some reason he's great at dodging as well. I love it. This big old beefcake. Right, basically just a...
What a jump.
It's just a wall of metal that somehow manages to dodge every attack anyway. Like, I'm not even having to use my heals. It's been hit once. Come on, you brigand. Oh no, I missed.
What a jump.
Can I afford to take another hit? Yes. Risky move.
You see that?
Yeah, buddy. Oh. Oh, yes. Didn't even use a heal. Kill.
Flayn ran away. She couldn't stand being held back. I can empathize. I know what it's like to have an overbearing big brother.
Flayn's gone missing. Where could she be? If it were an ordinary kidnapping, you'd think there'd be a demand for ransom or something by now. I don't like the sound of this.
Maybe they're only stealing people with crests?
We must begin our search for Flayn, Professor. If she ran off of her own free will, that's for her sake. I suggest we assume that she was abducted and begin an investigation. Who benefits from kidnapping her? Let's gather all the information we can on anyone who's been acting strangely. I have a favor to ask.
Alright, apparently we weren't actually investigating until now. But now we are! Alright, Leonie, what do you know?
Where could Flayn have gone? Do you think she's really been kidnapped? I hear Tomas has been going around asking about her.
But he's probably just worried like the rest of us.
Though it wasn't just Flayn. He was asking about you and Captain Gerald, too.
Interesting.
A beautiful, delicate maiden vanishing into thin air? It is like something out of a book. If it were a book, we would have no need to worry. She would be rescued presently by a dashing nobleman.
Dude.
Do you have
Problem
any
at
idea
hand.
as to where
Focus.
she might be? Where she might have wandered off to? The greenhouse. I didn't...
Alright, whatever.
I hope Flayn isn't going hungry. If someone really kidnapped her, I'll never forgive them. Now that I think about it, I saw Alois hanging out by the pond not too long ago. He was always getting into trouble for trying to talk to Flayn, you know? It's probably a crazy thought, but...
I mean, he's just being stupid, I think. Alois is just a bit of a... Well, I guess that could always be a part of his... disguise.
Ow! Ingrid just about slapped the teeth out of my head. All I did was suggest that Flayn might have eloped. I don't know. I was just suggesting things, and suddenly I was seeing stars and Ingrid was yelling at me.
Hey man, I'm willing to entertain any possible idea. People need to command their emotions in sensitive situations like this.
I can't say anything for sure, but I do have suspicions about Yaritza. There's something about how he's handling his blade lately. It seems more impulsive than usual.
Yeah, but everyone's uptight with this death knight going around.
It couldn't hurt to try speaking. At this hour, I think you'll find him sparring with Catherine at the training ground.
No, he's not there. That's where it just was. Is there anyone else?
Professor! The whole monastery has been turned upside down. I wonder if we're still going to have the Battle of the Eagle and Lion next month. It's a yearly tradition, but with things the way they are right now, it's hard to imagine. At any rate, I hope they find Flayn soon.
Maybe this is all in preparation for that. Someone's gonna screw with things. Yeah. Alright, back in the training ground, because apparently now Catherine knows something.
Did you hear about Flayn? Some of the lower-ranked knights are searching for her in the... What? Yaritza? Come to think of it, I haven't seen him today. What would make you suspect him? I see. Well, I'll let the knights know.
Alright then.
Please not. I guess.
Ah, teddy bear. That's cute. Cool.
There. See? No one's maybe Flayn just wanted to be alone for a while. Have you considered that? Come to think of it, where is her room anyway?
That's what I was looking for. Everyone's friend, Alois.
Hey there, Professor. Did you want to talk?
Time to look at these portraits a bit more intimately.
What? Me? Abduct Flayn? You can't really believe I did that. Oh, that's just because of my dumb jokes. She says that they're not very good. But if I went around kidnapping everyone who said that, the whole monastery would be empty.
If you say so.
Professor?
Nothing to report?
Greetings, Professor. Today, there is quite a bit to report. There is a masked individual who has been going into town every evening and not returning until the following morning. You see, nothing gets past this guard. I doubt it has anything to do with Flayn's disappearance, but...
Alright, keep up the good work. Right, this is... I always forget her
To
name.
think that
Ingrid.
Flayn disappear like this. Sedith must be worried sick.
I always want to call her Agrias.
I haven't much to go off of, and perhaps it's out of line for me to feel so uncomfortable. But something has been bothering me for a while about Gilbert. I feel as though I've met him somewhere before. I also noticed him staring intently at Annette once.
Once is the key there. It's only happened once. That said, he could be methodical and only needs that one chance to make his move, but still. He was staring once at Annette, the person who isn't missing, and it was only one time. Hey, Casper.
I don't know if she ran off or got kidnapped or what. I just know that Flayn's in trouble. That's it. I can't keep sitting around. I gotta go find her.
Good man.
Now, where do I start?
Oh yeah, so there's a couple extra merchants down there because the fight before last, I believe it was. So now I can buy fishing and fishing supplies, seeds, cooking materials, gifts, all sorts of different great things. So that's
Flayn?
all the better.
No, I haven't seen her. She's been abducted. Oh, you're looking for her. Sorry, my mind was somewhere else.
Alright, let's do the attitude, mister.
I just recently learned she has a crest. Did you know that, Professor? If it was a particularly rare crest, I could imagine Professor Hanneman would have quite an intense interest in her.
No more intensive interest than you had in me.
Oh, no. I'm not accusing Professor Hanneman of abducting Flayn.
I've only ever spoken to Flayn a handful of times. She always seems so naive about the ways of the world. I'm worried about her.
Yeah, she was a bit too happy-go-lucky.
Yes, I'm afraid so. I just hope she comes home safe.
Do you really think Flayn was kidnapped?
It's not must one or the other. It could be anything.
Do you think she ran off on her own?
Petra, what do you know?
Flayn was child-napped. That is what you are thinking? And the villain is inside our monastery? I must have admittance. One person, Shamir, is a knight not like other knights. Her movements are being reminders of... No. They remind me of warriors of Brigid. Before she was here, what was she getting up to?
She's like a seafarer, pirate lady, I guess, from looks of her. Dot, let's see what you
Professor,
say.
have you seen Manuela? I saw her running off somewhere in a terrible hurry. I wonder if it has anything to do with Flayn's disappearance. Do you know, Professor? Oh, yes. Didn't you know? She was the senior diva in our opera company.
Oh. But...
Professor!
I mean, someone that spends so much of their time looking after people, I don't think they're
Saw
looking at
him.
abducting them.
A knight wielding a gigantic... He was just like the rumors say, all covered in jet black armor. You don't think he has something to do with Flayn's disappearance?
Unfortunately, I've seen him too. Alright, Thomas. Creepy old dude.
Is something the matter? I see. So, Flayn has gone missing. I will do what I can to support the search. It seems that you are a bit suspicious of me. Might I ask your reasons? I was away from the monastery for a few years, but do not forget. I have spent more than 4 decades in total working here at Garrick Mach Monastery. Yet it was not until recently that I learned that Seteth has a sister. It is only natural to be curious, don't you think? I assure... I will... It seems it has been 2 decades since I last knew Gerald, yet he looks nearly identical to my memory of him. It is only natural to be curious, don't you think?
So what you're saying is my father hasn't aged a day, and he supposedly died in a fire, but he wasn't dead. Maybe he's this Death Knight, and he can put on disguises.
There have been a lot of rumors swirling around lately about a Death Knight who kidnaps people from the nearby town. You don't think Flayn was, you know, do you? Whether the rumors are true or not.
More owl
I
feathers.
can't believe Flayn just disappeared. Oh, are you here to see Alois and Shamir and all the knights are gonna...
I can only imagine how worried Seteth must be, but isn't mobilizing the entire Order of Knights a bit excessive? I was originally assigned to investigate those reports of the Death Knight in the town near Garreg Mach. When I think how many more victims that dastard might claim while we're all busy searching for Flayn. I'm sorry, that was insensitive. We're all under a lot of stress right now. It's important.
Yes, but hopefully in doing so, that will mean that will stymie his efforts in doing whatever it is he does. Stymie, stimmy, you know what I mean.
I can't... Oh, Alois...
Do I need to give you something? Can't be for him.
Thanks, Professor.
Okay, that's weird. Probably the wrong person, but oh well.
If Flayn has been taken hostage, then we know she is alive. At least for now. There would be no point to abducting her if simple murder was the objective.
Well, that's not true. I mean, well, it both is true and isn't true. If they abducted her to then kill her off-site, but knew that her disappearance would have waylaid us for such an amount of time, that would allow the potential abductor to then look, or to actually mobilize their plan proper, whilst we're distracted.
That's only logical.
Young Flayn's disappearance is most troubling. What? Who would suspect me? You know what? I'll tell you who. A fool, that's who. Flayn's crest, the major crest of Sethlin, is rare, but there are others who possess it.
Sorry for wasting your time, ma'am.
This might be the first time I've ever seen Seteth look so worn down. If poor Flayn was lured away by... I personally think the clear suspect is that miscreant from Dusker. Those people are deceptive by nature.
And that's racist. Alright, Shamir, what you got to say for yourself?
What brings you here? Is this about Flayn? You find me suspicious. True. Your point being? I understand that I don't fit in among the Knights of Seiros, but that hardly links me to Flayn's disappearance.
Can I ask
what
you
brings you? Is this about Flayn?
I can.
I was somewhere else, fighting. Is that a I understand that I don't, but that hardly...
Okay, so each person has two answers, and you can actually get both answers out of the people. So that means Alois has something else to say.
What? Me? Abduct Flayn? Well, this may sound silly, but I was too scared to even look. I couldn't bear the thought of finding her in its depths.
You actually can go look in the pond if you want. Okay, next I guess will be the church. So, as luck would have it, really no one in the church wants to say anything. But we might as well do the few fun things that there are to do here. Does anyone know? That's Claude. I often overhear people commenting about how strange I am. I don't really get it. Shouldn't be expected that everyone has their own unique perspective on life. Just follow your own path and don't worry about them. True, but perhaps your perspective really is strange. Dwelling on all they say won't help. You must act. Follow your own path and don't worry about them. Yay! Let's do a sing-song as well. I use one of my action points to get Lady Rhea to... Sorry, I'm just looking at people's motivation. Teaching Faith, and now D+, I believe, in Faith, which is always good. Dorothea and... Yeah, Linhart would be kind of funny.
I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
Cool. Yay! And then, let's see how much... is it authority? I don't remember what these things are. Oh yeah, I have to speak to this dude.
Need something?
1,200 points, so... I can increase something. Yeah, heavy
one?
armor. Because
You're all
Caspar
set. See you again
is
soon.
fantastic. Right, so we have done... Well, we've spoken to nearly... Or we've spoken to everyone I think is worthy of speaking to. So, yeah, done the dormitory as well. So let's start with the second floor. Let's do library. And speak to whoever's standing in the doorway. Wrong way. Well, yeah, obviously.
Reflecting on it now, Flayn has always seemed a rather odd person. She appears young, yet there's something about her that seems much older than her years suggest. And she's quite wise, but also surprisingly naive. You might be right. Whatever the case, Sedith seems to care for her more than anything.
Well, yeah, they don't seem to have much family from what I can gather. Let's see what's eating Gilbert Grape.
Miss Flayn's whereabouts are
Very
unknown.
old and interesting,
Pray
really.
she is safe. We do not seem to have any leads at present. I am one of the suspects, am I? Well, hopefully I can lay your suspicions to rest. Do you know of my, let's call it, unique situation? I was once a knight, in service to the Fargus royal family. If Ingrid believes she saw me before, it was likely in Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. Annette is... she is my... But no. I would appreciate it, Professor, if you would ask no more.
They have the same hair color. Ooh, okay, fair enough, dude.
We do not... I am one of... Well, hopefully I can lay your suspicion. I was once a knight. If Ingrid believes she saw me before... Annette is...
Oh, so both same answer, fair enough. Okay. Well, there's a revelation for you. Another item. Let's go speak to Dad.
Because of Flayn's disappearance, all of the knights are searching non-stop. But we haven't found a single lead. Sedith's face is getting paler by the minute. It's hard to watch. What's that? You're looking for Manuela? Well, I did pass by her earlier. She was carrying something. A mask of some sort.
You mean like Yuritsa, the only other person we can't seem to find?
I'm not close to the guy, so I can't say for sure. But come to think of it, you could be right. Because we have... What's that? She was carrying something. Are you feeling all right? When have you ever seen Flayn?
Yeah, fair enough, I just don't ask. Okay, there we go. We've spoken to all the peeps. Let's still go speak to Seteth. Hey, buddy.
That is all I can ask. She would never have left the monastery of her own volition. Why is there not a trace of her to be found? This is wonderful.
Have an owl feather in this trying time.
I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry.
Oh! Time to report back to the
I
mistress.
knew I could count on you. Manuela ran off with Yuritsa's mask? We'll have to speak with both of them. But where could Manuela be? Yuritsa is likely at the training grounds, or in his quarters on the eastern side of the Knight's Hall.
Okay. Well, I'm going to call it here, because this one's running on a bit. And next time we're going to spend our final 2 points and then go speak to either Manuela or Yuritsa and try and get to the bottom of this case.